I have never, ever faked a single contribution on any of my streams ever in the history of me doing this. Urban style individual.
What's up with y'all? Hopefully this video finds you in good spirits, and if not, well, at least you not DSP. And I want people to really look at what is going on here and really how sad this actually is. Because this is what happens when you spend all your time purchasing shit you don't even need to impress people that you don't even know. And this is the conundrum that Phil finds himself in. Because when he comes on stream and he's getting towards the late end of the stream and the money's not right, and he decides he's going to give himself a fake tip, you have to ask yourself, who really is this for? So let's get into it.
And I got $2 from Steve Stodgers. Thanks for a $2 super chat to Steve Stodgers. Much appreciated. I received a $50 contribution.
Now, I wanted that to play just so you can see his body language. But what we're going to do here is we're going to go back, all right? Because I want to establish the baseline just in case you missed it. Now, pay attention to his body language when he gets his first quote-unquote contribution.
And I got $2 from Steve Stodgers. Thanks for a $2 super chat to Steve Stodgers.
Now, as you can see, that's run-of-the-mill Phil. We've seen this 1,000 times. Now, pay attention to him once he gets his so-called anonymous donation.
Much appreciated. I received...
Now, you see how he sways back? Now, your body intrinsically does not want to tell a lie. So there's subtle anxiety the moment before you tell a lie. This is why there has to be some type of pressure release valve to prepare you for the lie. And that's what this is. This is essentially the exhaust pipe pushing out all the smoke before he hits the gas.
A $50 contribution.
Also notice how he didn't call it a $50 tip. He called it a $50 contribution. Phil's nerves are high right now because he knows he's been under great scrutiny. But he also knows that he has to pull this off.
This person says, I hate people want you to fail. Please keep up your good work. Thank you to whoever that is. Are you guys ready for the $50 animation? We haven't seen this one in a couple of months, actually.
Now, as we segue into the next part of this so-called fake donation, I want you to look at his eyes, also his hands. Phil is trying to convey something. Just pay attention.
This one used to be around, but we haven't done it in a while. So we got a $50 tip. Thank you. Here we go.
Now look at him. You see how he's trying to feign excitement? Now, excitement is a very hard emotion to emulate because based on the catalyst that usually happens to provoke that to begin with, right? It's usually something that you're not expecting. So it's very hard to emulate, but he's trying his best. But look at him. Does he look genuinely excited about a $50 tip?
Thank you to the anonymous $50 tipper. I appreciate that very much. Of course, idiots will say it's fake when it's not. I never fake contributions. I just want to make that abundantly clear.
Now you see how he immediately went into defending what just happened. Now, if it was what you say it was, this wouldn't even be necessary. Also, his eyes and how they're batting all over the place because he's really trying to come off as convincing. But again, who is this for? Because you're doing this for the detractors, Phil. Because this is you trying to look as if things are going better than what they actually are. So the people that you claim you hate the most, you actually care about the most.
I never fake contributions at all. I literally, in all of the years that I've been a streamer, not once have I faked a contribution on a stream. I think that would be counterproductive. I know some people argue, oh, it makes it seem like you have more support and people are like, oh, positivity and stuff. That doesn't matter.
It does matter. And that's why you did it. See, this is in the same vein as, you know, you'll hear about some rapper or whatever other musician that's coming out and they try to give them a buzz and they'll talk about how many streams they have and all this other stuff. But then when they book a tour, they can't fill the building, right? So then you start to find out, well, what's really going on here? You find out that that guy has, 5,000 fans, and those 5,000 fans is listening to his song 10,000 times. And he thinks because those 5,000 fans are super loyal that he has a big fan base. And it's the same thing with Phil.
What matters is consistency. What matters is people coming to support you that are real.
Now, did you catch that? What matters that are people that are coming to you, that are supporting you, that are real. Now, why would you say something like that? And how does that even make sense? It would only make sense contextually if deception is on Phil's mind and he slipped.
What? It's funny when people are like, oh, someone, like your wife is contributing or something. Like, are you stupid? Then I would be paying taxes on that, fees on that. Like, what are you talking about? I have never, ever faked a single contribution on any of my streams ever in the history of me doing this. So just understand that. So thank you so much.
Now, again, you see the body language, you see the eyes batting, how big and bulging they are. This is no different than, when kids are young and there's like an Easter egg hunt or something, right? And the adults are chaperoning over the event and they know where the eggs are hidden, right? So they'll exaggerate their movements to maybe throw the kid off a little bit because ultimately they know where the eggs are. That's what Phil's doing here. He's trying to misdirect you. He's trying to feign excitement, but all it is coming off as stiff. It's like you're wearing someone else's body because, Phil, you film yourself so much. And what comes with that is pattern recognition. People can tell when you're lying, Phil.
But that last minute support, I really appreciate that. To be honest, that actually does get us back on track because we had several streams here where things were not going so well. And with that, I would argue we are kind of back on track now. And I am doing more Arc Raiders on Thursday night as the late.
Now you see how he said, now we're kind of back on track now. What? Because you hit $150, but I thought you didn't have no goal. You see what happens when you don't think about what you're going to do and you just do things and then you don't have enough sense to be able to talk yourself out of the situation or think your way out of the situation that you put yourself in. This is where Phil finds himself. And then he asks us, oh, why would I lie? Phil, we've seen you take super chats that are $3, $4, $5 in some other currency and do a current conversion right on the spot. And then here comes a $50 quote unquote anonymous tips and you don't even question it. It just doesn't make sense. And on top of that, why else would you lie? People lie for the purposes of self-preservation, right? So that's why you lied, because you were trying to preserve your ego and your so-called business, really just to the detractors, because ultimately this is who this is for. You're trying to portray to us that things are going much better than what they actually are, especially in light of what has been happening as of late. And it's just pathetic. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.
Urban style content. I'm dead.